When it comes to letters of recommendations, what are admissions committees really looking for?
I think the one thing to consider is that you're basically trying to find people who will back up what you're saying about yourself. And so these are teaching assistants or professors or internship coordinators or supervisors or managers who are basically going to articulate and communicate everything that you're saying in the rest of the application about why you're ready, why you're a good fit, why you're a good candidate, why you have good, strong writing skills, why you're a good communicator, why you're good at time management and things of that nature. I think it's important to remember that, one of the things that we are often looking for is also related to compatibility. And so how well do you work by yourself? How well do you work in groups? Are you someone that takes direction and feedback well? And those are important things in law school, particularly and also in the profession. And so I think thinking strategically about who you ask can have a positive impact. I've had a number of candidates who statistically they were just okay, but what their professors or teaching assistants said about them and their capability and their motivation and things like that had a positive impact. I also think for a lot of faculty members that are on our committees, they want to hear from the faculty members and the teaching assistants, like what did they think about you? Because they're thinking about their classroom experience with you. And so when a professor or teaching assistant can talk about how you were engaged in class and how maybe you weren't getting a concept or you were struggling, but how you were so tenacious and you came to office hours every week for 6 weeks and how you eventually mastered that concept, or how your grades, drastically improved after, seeking out help or things like that. Those are all positive things. And so sometimes I think applicants get focused on just trying to get the letter from the professor or TA that wrote, in a class that they had the A. But sometimes a better letter is from the professor or teaching assistant where maybe you got that strong B plus because at one point you had a D and you worked so hard to prove, and they can talk specifically about how you're willing to really work hard. You're really willing to dig in and how you don't give up. Those are huge, huge things. And so I think being thoughtful about that. And again, just to reiterate, part of what you're doing with the letter of recommendation is getting them to back up your narrative, that you're ready, that you're competitive, that you're thoughtful, and that you are someone that they believe in and that they believe you can do this work. And they understand how hard this will be, but they believe that you can do it.